this book to him. It was science fiction. I hate science fiction, but this book was extraordinary. It was like a bunch of short stories. It's called R is for Rocket by Ray Bradbury. And so he lay on the couch, I'd read to him, and then it was funny because the next story to read was called The Exiles. And we did a side project called The Exiles, and so I was looking forward to coming over to his house and reading it to him. And he used to say, he said, Brad, when I go, just tell him I disappeared. And in 2018, Devin Lima disappeared. Now, my world went dark. It was like somebody pulled the hood over my eyes, and I could find no joy in anything. Keep seat. And my wife said to me one day, she said, Brad, you have to do something. You can't live like this. And so I went to my primary doctor, and he gave me this questionnaire to fill out, and I filled it out, and he goes, oh boy. He said, you need some help, you need some medication, you need to see another doctor. And so I did, and I went to meet with my counselor and my pastor, and tried to play music with my friends, and work out, and eat better, which makes a big difference. And I got through it. But you know, I think we spend so much time like focusing on like what does our body look like, and you know, our clothing and everything else, but we don't really spend a lot of time like thinking about how things are going up here. And so I would encourage, especially men. Men are very difficult in that way, not vulnerable. So I'd encourage anybody out there who might like be in the darkness a little too long, seek help. And if you know somebody's close to you, reach out to them. But the other thing that really got me through this was my faith. Now, before you turn me off, I'm not going to preach to you, okay? You're talking about a person who knows that faith is a journey. A person who went from a believer to an atheist to a believer again. I'm just saying that if you have faith, then hold on tight. If you're wondering, seek answers. And if you don't believe, just be vulnerable enough to the possibility. Because I can assure you, there's a God. He loves you. He loves me. He loves us.